everybody, welcome back to another episode of an It's a Matchday podcast. Today I'm obviously joined by my co-host Ben, and we're going to be discussing three important things. Number one, we're going to be discussing my journey to Preston. Number two, we're going to be discussing Preston and what a day it was. And number three, obviously, on Tuesday, second round of the Carabao Cup. Big game, you could argue, because the momentum needs to be restored. So, three topics of discussion today. Ben, how are you? Did you enjoy yesterday?
Mate, I had a great day out yesterday. Listen, the day is not about me. This is about you, George. Today's episode is all about you and your achievement of walking 122 miles. Is that correct?
Yeah, 122
From
miles.
Molineux to Deepdale for the game to raise money for charity. Let's get right into that first, and the game can come after that. That's absolutely fine. We all saw the game. Lopez is great. Yeah, we know that. Happy day. Crack on. Right, George. First off, how was it? Because that must have been really tough on you.
So the first 15 miles, sort of walking from Wolverhampton to like sort of Stafford way, absolutely flying. Like, you know, I was doing it at a good pace. I was thinking, oh, this is going to be easy. And then I'd probably say about 20 miles into the first day, that's so I could really start to sort of feel my legs kind of going. I was like, oh my God, like this is going to be, I've still got over 100 miles to go. This is going to be like a long challenge. First day, was very... Yeah, the first day wasn't too bad. Like, don't get me wrong, I was pretty tired by the end of the day. But, yeah, it wasn't too bad. Got into the hotel, knee was going. I was up, I couldn't sleep because my knee was going. I'm thinking, you know, I've got this challenge to do, and I can't even, like, walk properly. Luckily, woke up next day, absolutely fine. Started the second day, which was walking from Stone to Middlewich. So the first day I walked from Wolverhampton to Stone. Next day I walked from Stone to Middlewich. Second day was interesting because, you know, first 10, 15 miles, pretty good. Like, you know, didn't feel too bad. But then, sort of the last 15 miles, because the first 2 days were both 30 mile days. The last sort of 15 miles, absolute killer. Started raining, got lost. I was going to have to go through fields full of cows, calling under fences, everything like that. It was an absolute disaster, and it was like, because we're going through like farmers' fields, you know, if you're walking down the canal, you just get your head down and just build momentum. Whereas, you know, when you're walking through like fields, the terrain's not great. You're having to like constantly like go over fences and stuff like that. Not good. Luckily, so that was probably halfway through the walk. Luckily, on the last bit of the second day, a lot of it was canal, so that was nice. Basically, if you're on the canal, it's boring, but it's easy. Day 3, we had a nice bit of canal to start with, so, you know, got going quite nicely. And then the third day was actually the shortest day, 23 miles, so I kind of woke up that day. I was like, right, if I can get it done quickly, and I had the village hotel booked as well in Warrington, and I was like, if I can get it done quickly, I can just get to the sauna straight away, recover, get in the hot tub, get in the sauna, and I'll be right for day 4. Day 3 turned out to be really, really difficult. The route was really difficult. Weather wasn't great. Again, going for a lot of farmers' fields. Nice routes at points, but when it's like 23 miles, you know, you can have 5 miles of good route, but then, you know, it can quickly change like a farmer's field again. So we like canals, we don't like farmers' fields. Pavement roads aren't too bad. A road's not great. So we obviously made it into Warrington, and as soon as I got there, I was like, there's no way I can walk another 30 miles tomorrow. And I was thinking to myself, oh my God, like, how am I going to do this? Start of day 4, Warrington to Leyland, the last big day of walking. I leave the hotel, I can barely walk, and I'm thinking, oh my God. Obviously, I record the video. I think everyone's seen the vid where I'm kind of like, basically look like I'm really in pain, my right ankle. And at that point, I didn't think I could do it, but you know, it sounds cringy when people are, oh, it's amazing what you can do with a positive mindset. I kind of just thought, well, I've gone so far. If I throw in the towel now, you know, it's all going to be for nothing. I'm going to put myself through all this pain for nothing. So I just kept going and going and going. Eventually, my ankle like loosened up, and I just kept going. My dad was kind of my support unit, bless him. Like, he'd do like bits of it with me. I rang him up and I was like, can you just go outdoors, just get me an ankle support? He did that. So I had the ankle support, that gave me a lift. And then it was probably about 15 miles of canal. So it was doable. I knew that the end was in sight. I knew it was like a nice straight flat route. So the last 15 miles was a canal, and I just got my head down. I just got it done. It was riding. I wasn't walking very fast. 72,000 steps that day. 13 hours of walking. It was brutal. But we did it. And the feeling, it was a beautiful sunset when we finished as well, even though it had been riding. The sun came out for the sunset. When we got to Leyland, absolutely beautiful. And obviously, the day of the game, shout out Manny Singh, he gave me this tip. He said, don't walk too far on the day of the game. So I'm glad I didn't do that. Nice, easy 5 miles. But it was not an easy 5 miles. It was a painful 5 miles. But when it's only 5 miles compared to 30 miles, you think, well, if I fail now, and as soon as you get into Preston Town Centre, you start seeing the signs of the stadium, and then we got to the stadium. I checked my phone. I've got a message from a guy who works at Preston. He's like, "Oh, give me a ring. I'll get you pitch side." So obviously, I was gonna originally do the video outside the stadium. Even better for me, inside the ground. Absolutely incredible. So it was an emotional journey. I am proud of myself. I showed a lot of resilience, I feel. Everyone was really supportive, which was really good. And I've raised over $3,000 for charity, which I didn't expect to raise that much. As I said, it all kind of stemmed from a bit of a laugh and a joke originally, and kind of just like a stupid thing to say on TikTok. To actually go and do it, it did feel pretty special. I don't think it's really sunk in that I've done it yet. I think it was nice, sort of the aftermath in the concourse of press and talking to everyone about it, and everyone sort of asking for stories and stuff like that. But it was a challenge. Definitely probably one of the hardest things I've done in my life. I'm still in quite a bit of pain, but I've got work tomorrow, so I've got to suck it up. I've got someone's giving me a sports massage for free, so shout out to him. I don't actually know what his tags are off the top of my head, but he'll be in a video at some point, so he'll get a shout out then. So I've got that to look forward to before the Sheffield Wednesday game. And that's basically it.
I'm so proud of you, George. I couldn't ask a better co-host. It's great for you. Great to raise £3,000 for charity is amazing too. A few questions, George, about your walk, if you don't mind me asking. Number one, how many steps did you do in total? Do you know?
I haven't worked out off the top of my head, but I think the first day was 61,000. The second day was 62,000. The day after that was 52, which is the 23 miler. But obviously, that was a day that I thought was going to be a lot shorter. But 23 miles is still a long time to be walking, as you said last week. The last day was 71, and I think yesterday did 15,000. So, 15,000, I mean, you don't mind that. Someone in the comments total it all up. I'm not doing that right now, but
amazing,
it's a lot. It was a lot of steps because my record before that was Creamfields in 2022, and that's when you're raving and that. So obviously you don't notice then, but when it's just solid walking, it is brutal. So I smashed my record steps.
Smashed it, mate. No, I'm delighted for you. And then obviously you got a lot of time to fill with sort of just dead noise and sort of dead sound. What did you listen to? Was it podcast? Was it music? Was it nothing? What was your...
Quite funny. First day I was listening to a lot of techno music, which is definitely my favourite genre of music. As people know, I love going IB from raving and partying and all that kind of good stuff. But I had to sort of ban myself from listening to techno because it was making me walk too quick, and it was getting to the point where I was oosh, 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 walking, but walking too quick that my body couldn't handle it. So I was on a techno ban, so I was listening to a lot of Kiss-y type music. That's because I just thought something that's on in the background, so I could just sort of bop my head to, and so it's gonna make me feel nice and happy. A couple of podcasts here and there. The Escape Pod podcast. I don't know if you know it. It's a very nerdy podcast. They talk about Star Wars. Two kids from LA talk about Star Wars, Marvel. Okay. Because obviously Disney have just done their conference, the D23, so they've announced a load of new shows and castings and all that kind of stuff. So it was a big episode. Listen to that. But mainly music. Obviously, when I had people with me, because my brother did a few miles, my mum did a few miles, my dad did about 42 miles. Fair play to him. Wow. Yeah. Overall, obviously, but it's still a lot. At 61 years old, mate, you got to give him credit where credit's due.
Fair play to anyone doing any kind of mileage, mate. I do 10k steps a day. I thought I'm really good at doing my steps. I'm 10k steps. You just smashed out of the park, mate. Absolutely delighted.
I won't have to do 10k for a while. I haven't done many steps today, that's for sure. I haven't left the house, mate.
I can imagine this so. But overall, a good experience. Would you do it again in a heartbeat?
I think as it stands, probably not. But like they do say, challenges sort of get addictive. I wouldn't mind sort of trying to do like a different challenge, which wouldn't take as long. But excuse me, guys, tired from the podcast. Not from the podcast. This isn't the time, but the walk. No, I was gonna say I wouldn't mind doing a challenge that's probably more intense, but not as long, because apart from like the pain in your legs, it wasn't really that intense. But the it's the longevity, and it does take. It's a long time, man. It's not like you can get off to a really good start, and you can do it all in like it's 30 miles of walking.
Yeah.
It takes all day, and that's the thing. It's not like you can. I was getting up at 6 every morning, on the road for 7. It was pretty brutal.
So I'm knackered just thinking about it, mate. Let alone even started doing it. But no, fair play to you, man. You smashed it. Farmers Field must have been quite an experience, going through near cows and over fences and under fences and places probably shouldn't have been.
So I had this app called Commute, and it was telling me to like go this way, and obviously it was a caravan park.
Oh no.
And there was a few horses there, so it was obviously like gypsies. So I was like, oh my god, like what, anything could happen here. And like, I spoke to this bloke. Luckily, he was sound. He was like, oh yeah, you just got to jump the fence. It's quite a high fence as well. But if I didn't see that guy there, I would not have known where to go. I had to climb a massive hill to get up there as well. There was no way I was turning back. So there was a lot of improvising, but weather-wise, it could have worked out a bit better. But to be honest, there wasn't really that many disasters. I did lose my head a bit on day 2, and it started raining, and like it was raining heavy, and or water got on my socks, and there was always sort of that worry of like, what if it does rain? What if I get injured? What if I seize up? What if I can't continue? So like for example, the positive of day 4 was, even though I was in a lot of pain, a lot of agony, it went a lot better than I thought it was going to go. So I was just holding on to that positivity to keep me going. And as I said, like it sounds cringy. Oh, you have a positive mindset. You can put your mind to anything, you can get it done. But I learned this week, it's true. Like, honestly, I stayed pretty resilient. Just tried to focus on the positives. I noticed if you focused on what you'd done, rather than, what you had left to do, it was a lot easier. Break it up into milestones as well. So, yeah, I was, I'm not really usually that sort of strategical thinking when it comes to, challenges. So, and it's my first proper, big challenge as well, so... Yeah,
it's a massive achievement, mate, and to raise £3,000 for the foundation is big tick for everything involved, mate. You have absolutely smashed it. So fair play, mate. You've done a lot of walking there. Hopefully, you get a nice little rest today. Back to work tomorrow, though. I'd have booked the rest of the year off, mate. Let alone.
Well, I'm working tomorrow, and then obviously off to Sheffield on Tuesday, and then I'm gonna have the day off after Sheffield. So it's one day at work, and then finish the rest of the week strong. The only negative is, I did miss out on getting a Blues ticket because I was so focused on the walk.
Of course.
But I might have a backup. So, but if not, guys, if I don't have a Blues ticket, I'd appreciate. I could appreciate if someone did have a spare, but I'm sure I do have one. But it's nice to get one in your own name. You know what I mean? But I do potentially have a backup, so we'll see.
Okay, all right, we're gonna see on that. If not, George, I'm sure we got connections. You know what I mean? As a party, we'll get you one. I'm sure. Contacts, I'm sure. But no, I'm delighted for you, man. Honestly, I was watching all the videos. I'm sure as everyone else in the comments and sort of watching this video, and I was like, this guy is doing some unbelievable stuff. And I think it was day 2 and it was raining. I was like, is he gonna make it? Is he really gonna? But then you did. So, like you said, it was the mentality and just going through it.
It was good content. It was good content, man, because it's almost like a story. It's like I released the morning one. Everyone's like, "Oh, George is off." I'd release the midway one, and then I'd end it off on a cliffhanger. Am I gonna make it?
Is he alive?
Blah blah. And I think a lot. I could have easily just gone, "Oh yeah, this is a piece of piss." I'm doing this great, but I was honest with it because that's the best way to be. That's how you connect with people. So yeah, it was. I feel like it was good content. And, I know a lot of people were sort of engaged and watching it. So, for the people who were watching it, please, really, really do appreciate it.
No, it's always amazing to see. And, of course, the support as well. £3,000 raised is nothing shy to chat about. So, I'm delighted for you, mate. Well done, everyone. We'll get him to walks in Middlesbrough as well next time. And then we'll get...
that's only in a few weeks. I better get started now. The pace I'm going at the minute, I better get started now if I'm walking to Middlesbrough.
Delighted for you, mate, honestly. But obviously, you went Preston pitch side too, right? How was that? Did you get did you go on the field? Were you not allowed in the field?
No, not on the pitch. I don't know. As I said, I got to the ground and they kind of just said, "Oh yeah, come in." They let me through sort of like a side entrance, and yeah, the pitch was just there. Really nice ground. Obviously, you get a slightly different feel of a ground when it's empty compared to when it's full. Really nice ground. And then, obviously, we walked around there a bit. And then one of the lads I was with, Preston fan, he knew the Spud Bros, so they sold me a free Spud, so shout out to them. So that was a really nice sort of couple of hours just to, the challenge had done. And then, I've got a free Spud, got access to the ground. That was a really nice couple of hours.
Just the soaking atmosphere as well.
But the nicest thing about the day was the incredible result and the performance. I mean, I think if I'd gone all that way and we'd lost, oh my God. But, an away win, a comfortable win, 3 goals. Fer López. I mean, Ben, last week we were worried. Are we back?
Oh, mate, we're so back. We're so
back. We're so back,
baby. Come on. Listen, mate, things you love to see. 489 days we waited for an away win in the league. It's been that long. Man United, we were all there, 6 in a row. We're thinking, great. It's been over a year since then, and many things have happened. People have finished university. People have had babies since the last time we won a game of football away, and now we've got it at Preston. And like you said, it was great.
Yeah, since we last won away, I've graduated and I've had 3 different jobs.
I started this on TikTok thing since last one away. So it's been that long since we won a game of football. I have not made a TikTok where we won a game away from home. It's been that long.
Well, Grimsby. You're talking in the league. Because last week you were like, oh, don't forget Grimsby. You're forgetting Grimsby now. Now it's dramatic, Ben. Come on now.
No, it's for the drama. Of course I am. Grimsby in the cup, amazing. Happy to win that, of course. A great away there as well. The muddy pitch, the Battle of Somme as it was, amazing. But in the league, Preston looked, they weren't great. To be realistic, they weren't very good. But you can only beat what's in front of you. Blackburn beat Bournemouth, by the way, as well yesterday.
Well, yeah, this is the thing, yeah.
Blackburn, Super Team right now, happy days. West Ham lost as well. So, listen, Burnley lost as well to Baggies. They look good, mate. Just saying. I don't want to, you know what I mean?
Wolves, West Brom, title race.
Things you hate to see.
I don't know if my stress could take it, but it could be like an all-timer season. But, look, it's 2 games in. I don't think their squad's that good. They've beaten some decent sides. Burnley obviously just come down. Norwich were meant to be good. But again, it's the Championship. They started well. They beat Wrexham first game last season. Everyone said they were going up, and then
they finished mid-table, or nearly got relegated because they were a bit crap. Anyway,
they finished mid-table. They finished 21st, weren't it?
That's how much on about the EFL. He's 21st in the league. But anyway, fuck them. This is about Wolves, and yesterday, Fer López. we've all got eyes. We can all see how good he was. He just makes the game look so easy. George, how do you describe Fer López in 3 words? Have you got any
3 words
of encouragement for us?
Wow. Incredible. Fantastic. Amazing. The thing is with Fer López, right? A lot of people kind of say, oh, why didn't we keep him? I think it was good that he spent 6 months away from Wolves in that period because Rob Edwards, a lot of players under Rob Edwards lost so much confidence and they're beginning to come back into the swing of things. I think the fact Fer López was only there for a short stint and he's come back now into quite a happier camp, that's helped him. Obviously, we knew he's a player of a lot of talent. He was starting for Celta Vigo in a midfield 2 last season. I think Celta Vigo narrowly lost to Barcelona 1-0 last season. I remember because a few of my dad's mates were at that game. So I just had a look. I was like, is Fer López playing? And he was like, oh yeah, he started. And I had a look. I was like, oh, he starts every week for him. So he started every week for a team in the Liga and Wolves just loaned him out. So that's kind of why I knew he had that quality. Obviously, he looked really good in pre-season. He scored 4 goals in 5 games. You include pre-season, right? Oh no, is it 5 and 5?
I think it's 5 and 5. I could be wrong on that.
Yeah, because he got 2. I think I said it was 4 and 5 when he got his first, so it'd be 5 and 5 now. But yeah, he just looks really confident. Everything he's touching turns to gold. Look, hopefully this doesn't happen, but he's an attacking player. A lot of attacking players can be inconsistent, so he might have some bad games, he might have some good games, but the quality's there. His first goal, I haven't seen the Wolves. Realistically, you're looking at Mateus Cunha, the last Wolves player, could do something like that.
Yeah.
Just driving it down the right and just having the confidence to hit it. I don't know if you've seen his post-match interview, but mate, he seems like a really smart, intelligent lad. His English is bang on. It's not like listening to your classic football player, just stock NPC lines. He's a smart lad and he knows the game. Really impressed with Fer López, man, like on and off the pitch.
So well as well. And like you said, some of the touches that he was making, you're going to see our players, Preston players, and hit him is above everyone else in terms of the touches, the passes, the way he sort of got the ball, created space for other players around him. He just is a very good footballer. And like I said, it's been a while since we've seen a footballer as good as that play for Wolves in that kind of form. But can he do it all season? But then if he can't, you then also got Matheus Mane, Adam Armstrong, Raul Jimenez, other players who can then fill that gap, and he's not as consistent as he has been. So that's the main thing, and it's a team. I mean, that's the second goal, Armstrong, Jimenez. Oh, the Wombo combo, mate. Unbelievable.
Well, I was about to say that. I think a lot of people would sort of say Jimenez had a quiet game, but I want to also remind people of when Jimenez was playing in his prime at Wolves. You'll remember this, Ben. He did nothing for 80 minutes. And then he'd just pop up with an amazing assist or an amazing goal. I think Jimenez will get a lot of assists this season because he's such an intelligent footballer. And of course, he's not as fast as he once was. Of course, he's not going to be as deadly as he once was. But he's also playing in the Championship. And that pass to Adam Armstrong, the intelligence to pick him out, just unbelievable.
He had four players around him as well, and he just waited, bided his time, and they just let little 1-2 Adam Armstrong, and it just was a good finish from Armstrong as well. It was good to see, man.
As soon as we embed Jordan James in this team, and as soon as we start properly, Rodrigo and Mane, they're warming up. They're not quite there yet, but I think you keep playing them, they'll get used to physicality. They will get there. As soon as they start finding Jimenez, he's going to score so many goals. But they're just not quite finding him yet. I mean, Cesar said in his post-match interview, he said, last week against Blackburn, it wasn't all bad, but he said against Preston, it wasn't all good. So there's obviously, he's finding positives and negatives from each game. I mean, Preston was a lot better. I think Preston allowed us to play a lot more. I will say that. And obviously, I think one thing that did help was, I think not having Totti with Mascara helps a lot, because I think Giga probably settled Totti a lot more. And I thought Totti had a good game.
Yeah, everyone did. If Giga, Jackson, they came in. I mean, the quality between Jackson and Trippier is easy, obvious to see, but he didn't do much wrong.
Mate, Jackson was good. Jackson was good. Yeah. Honestly, I thought Jackson was decent when he first came into Wolves, sort of that West Ham in the Carabao Cup game where we beat them 3-2 at home. He looked quite good when he came off the bench against Bournemouth, and then after that he sort of fell off. But he looked a bit more like that then,
bit of confidence.
Actually using his,
he's been good.
Yeah, using his pace.
100%.
He's got an okay cross on him as well. It's just with Jackson, it's just his passing, his touch is so poor. But if you can get confidence with that pace, some of the Championship defenders are so slow, he will do well. I mean, Hugo Bueno back as well. I don't mind Wolf, but he's way better than Wolf, man. Way better. Andre just controlling the midfield, making it look easy. I mean, everyone was good basically. And the thing is as
everyone was bang on.
It's last season. Last season there were so many players that they didn't want to use. They just weren't bringing players on. It's like, he's bringing on. You're 70 minutes in, you're bringing on Adam Armstrong and Tommy Doyle. They're unreal subs for the Championship. Yeah. They're unbelievable players to be bringing on. So, bringing in Jordan James is giving everyone a massive lift. They've sorted the goalkeeper situation out. Not what people thought was going to happen. I think people kind of expected Johnson and Sarr to both leave. Now they're both staying. But let's be completely honest here. Are they good enough for the Premier League? No. Are they good enough for the Championship? Yeah, they are. And people can say they're crap. But, again, I'm going to use this point again and again and again. In the league below, Sarr's Portuguese number 3 in the Championship. And you tell me, who are we actually going to get as better? I mean, who are we linked with? Patterson from Sunderland. I mean, there's not much differences. Well, yeah, you take Nick Pope over.
I don't think he's much better than Sarr now at his age. I just don't think he's much better than Jose Sarr. I think Sarr gets a lot of stick for the way he has the ball at his feet, which is completely fair. But like you said, he's Portugal's number 3 for a reason, because he's a half-decent goalkeeper. And he was good enough for them as being third choice for a national football team, one of the best teams when Ronaldo decides to finally retire in Europe. Then he's good enough for me in the Championship, and unless you're going to spend £15 million on a Vitovnik or that goalkeeper for Bursaw, Vitic, whatever his name is, you're not going to find a better goalkeeper. So you might as well keep him, use him. Bentley's gone now. Thank God for that. He wasn't very good anyway.
Well, that's the frustrating thing. Why was Bentley playing against Blackburn? We might have won that guy if Bentley weren't playing.
He saves that first goal. 1,000%, man. And yesterday, Preston were playing these long balls, and Jose Sarr was just coming out, claiming him happy days. So listen,
No, he had a good
confidence
game.
in Sarr, confidence in Jigger, confidence in Hugo Bruno, Andre, beautiful. Menezes did his job. Boubacar, when he came on as well, looked really, really lively too. And like you said,
he was tipped to be in the bomb. He was tipped to be in a bomb squad, wasn't he? And all of a sudden, he's obviously thought, well, maybe we're not making any more midfield signs. Maybe he's giving him a chance. He looked decent, to be fair.
He looked fine.
You wouldn't want him starting every week, but he looked decent. As I said, Menezes, we haven't really spoke about. Did he make 7 blocks? You know,
he was fine. Yeah, he did. He did a job in midfield. He pressed.
He was defending a lot more than he was against Blackburn. Obviously, he didn't score like he did against Blackburn, which is a great move against Blackburn. But again, you probably, when you've got players like Raul Jimenez, Mane, Rodrigo Gomez, Fer López, you don't need Menezes up there necessarily. He's not a bad goal scoring option to have, but you've got plenty of goal scorers. I feel like, you got to remember, it's a new manager. He hasn't been there long. Obviously, he's had basically all of pre-season, but it still takes time. You've got to play a few competitive games. And, they've won today. They've got a game on Tuesday against Sheffield. Then they play again against Stoke. Stoke have lost both their games. You'd expect to win Sheffield Wednesday. You'd expect to beat Stoke. If you beat them two, you've got 3 wins in a row. You've got real momentum. And then it's West Ham on the Tuesday. I don't think we'll beat West Ham, to be honest. But, there's a chance we can. I'm not going to rule us out. Obviously, they have lost. They haven't won yet. But it's still West Ham. Player for player, they are a better team. They've got good. We know how good their manager is as well. But if you can go into West Ham winning 3 on the bounce, you may sneak a draw. You may even win it. And then obviously it's I believe that after West Ham is it Blues, then Portsmouth, then Baggies. Yeah, Baggies. So might be missing a game.
Games come thick and fast in this league, mate, which we'd love to see.
But we've got some sides. We've got some tough games and derbies coming up. Yeah. So the next 2 games for me are quite big. Build some momentum. But I think the way we played against Preston. I mean, how good was the fans? How good was it to have almost double the allocation of a Premier League away end?
It's a good day.
Unbelievable.
It was a really, really nice day. We were at Blackpool. We went there before the pub stop.
How was that?
Everyone was there, I think, from what I gather. Shows everywhere. It was amazing. It was just nice. It was Blackpool, right? They get a face value, which is a bit of a shithole, but it was a nice shithole. And I liked it. I really enjoyed it. I got a magnet as well for my fridge. So nice. Happy days, mate. I had a good time there. And what I want to touch on as well in the first half is, obviously, we got the goal, which was great, but it felt like another slow start in terms of sort of finding our feet in the game. Do you reckon that's on purpose, or do you reckon that's just a tactical sort of first few games kind of thing, rather than on purpose?
Yeah, I'm going to say with
Blackburn and Port Vale were pretty slow as well to get.
I'm going to say with I'm going to say it's the latter, because I can't imagine a manager like Peixoto. I'd imagine he'd want to be in control of the game all time. I mean, but again, with the Championship, they will miss. You can't do that in the Prem. Because you'll lose. You'll lose every week. But in the Championship, players miss chances. Got a lot of chances
Baggies
as well.
Earlier. They were 1 down and they won the game 2-1.
Yeah, exactly. So, look, obviously it's not ideal to start slow, but you go 1-0 down in the Championship. It's not like going 1-0 down in the Prem, where it's like, backs against the wall for the rest of the game. I mean, you got a player like Fer López who can just basically score a goal out of nothing. When you got players like Andre who can just win the ball out of nothing and spray a pass. It's we got so many goals in us. Defence, obviously,
that's the main thing.
How consistent is Totti going to be? When is Jackson going to have a stinker soon? How long will we be all right without Trippier? I don't think we're going to miss Mosquera. I do like Mosquera. I think he's got potential to be very good, but his theatrics, I don't think that's going to work in the Championship, to be honest. It's a shame with Mosquera because I think he's got so much potential, but I just think the way he carries himself. It's weird because it's not easy. He does actually seem like quite a nice bloke. It's a weird one, but on the pitch it seems like a nightmare. And
it's definitely
Giga's just a lot calmer and I heard Giga wasn't great at Rangers, but
he's come in and he hasn't put a foot wrong really. I don't think he's done much wrong other than I think he's been fine.
Well, I've heard he's quite a quiet chap, quite religious. Keeps himself to himself.
Yeah.
So he's probably not
have
much leadership. But yeah, if he's just gonna turn up. He might not play every game, but if he's just going to turn up, be fairly solid, do the simple stuff well, that's all you need to do in the Championship. So, I mean, what do you reckon's going to happen with Crecchio or Bueno?
That's
one of them stays?
I think one has to stay, otherwise you've then got to fill them. I think, is it Medina from that Portuguese club set to join, apparently? I don't get on that.
Oh, we don't want him.
I don't know. I don't really think he's upgrading anyone we have right now.
Do you remember Christian Marquez, the academy?
Yeah.
That's his
Wasn't
centre
he
back
next to him?
partner. Yeah, that's his
Go and
centre
bring him
back
back
partner.
instead.
Well, no, but what I'm saying is a player who isn't good enough for us, that they've obviously got rid of in the past because they deemed not good enough for us. Yeah, they put him through all the academy and then probably sold him for a really low fee. And then they're going to bring in like his centre back partner. I mean, he could be back up.
Has he played under Peixoto before? Is that a thing, or is it just?
I don't think so, but I don't know.
Because I watched a highlight reel of him, and he didn't really look that good to me. I didn't think he was that good, so I don't see why you'd go and sign him. You got Krejci, Bruno, Jigger, Totti, and Mosquera. Unless you're going to lose 3 of them, I don't see the point in it. But maybe Cesar knows better than me. But like you said, Krejci and Bruno is a really interesting dynamic because Krejci wasn't in the squad. Santi didn't come on either. But how would we sort of navigate?
Apparently they're both injured, but I don't know. I generally don't. I mean, they're obviously both at the World Cup, but they're both at the World Cup, but they won't. Neither both right by the group stages.
Yeah, and Santi didn't play a minute.
Wolf was pretty much playing to the quarterfinals, and he's back playing, so that's not really an excuse. But yeah, I mean, in terms of injuries, it sounds like Bellegarde and Said are both going to be back very soon, so that gives us more attacking options. I mean, Bellegarde again, like a player I don't think anyone expected to stay, but obviously because he's been injured, I don't think there'll be much interest. I think he probably wants to go, but I think he'd have no problem sort of sticking around if he stays. But he's another good option,
Yeah.
So we've got, it's turned into quite the homegrown issue is pretty much solved, especially if they're bringing John Ruddy as the third keeper. Jordan Jay is now homegrown. Maybe they'll bring in one more just in case they get any injuries, but we'll have to see. But I mean, I'm not sure I trust Jackson every week, but again, as I said, it is the Championship, and he proved he can play an okay level. The problem is it's early to tell, isn't it? Preston are usually like mid-table Championship. Usually they're fine, but they did lose to Bolton. Yeah, they could be poor this season. We don't know, but they have just had a new owners, and they have actually spent some money this year. Obviously, we drew with Blackburn. They've just beaten Middlesbrough. But are they any good? Because we were told they weren't. We don't know. So it's going to be as long as we go up and beat the Albion, I don't really care. We win and lose too. But at the minute, that Albion game, we're not going to worry about that yet.
Let's cross that bridge when we get there. Oh, yeah, God, exactly. I can't sleep. Unbelievable. But I think, like you said, the squad options are getting there. The wingers is my biggest concern.
Rodrigo Gomez, winger.
Yeah, we've got Rodrigo Gomez. I like him a lot. I do. I think he's great. I think his partner on TikTok's hilarious, and she's obviously one of a kind. But do you sort of see him sort of basically? Are you sold by him? Because I don't think I am.
I've always said with Rodrigo, I think he's better off the bench. I don't really know what his position is because obviously he looked better.
That's a good point.
He looked better in a back five, to be honest. He always seemed to do more in a back five. He's very energetic. He gives it his all. You can tell he's a lovely lad, and you can tell he does, really fight for the badge. He's good defensively as well. He does track back, and he offers more to that side of his game than Mane does. Still pretty young. Obviously not as young as Mane, but still pretty young. Sure, he's got a goal in him. I mean, we don't really have many other options at the minute, so he's going to have to play. I think he will stick around.
Maybe I'm being too harsh on him. Maybe I'll let him off.
I think in terms of wingers, as wingers go in the Championship, he's probably in the top 15, you know what I mean?
He's fine, eh?
Yeah.
It'd be nice
and then Mane's been getting a lot of stick. I've heard people saying he's overrated and that.
I'm not having that, mate.
The kid's 18.
Yeah.
Like, at the end of the day, you can't expect consistent performances from him, especially the amount of sort of pressure we've laid on him. At the end of the day, he's 18 years old. Last season he was basically our main man. This season we expect him to start every week. He's played under. I mean, he's been at Wolves just 2 years maybe.
2 years,
and he's already played under 3 managers. At the age of 18, to all those system changes, everything like that. Go for a relegation battle and stuff. If he was playing for a Man City or a Man United or a Chelsea or something like that, he'd be bedded in. He'd be Liverpool, anyone like that, Villa, he'd be bedded in. He'd get some minutes, some opportunities. Whereas Wolves just throwing him straight in the deep end, and that's not really what you're supposed to do with youngsters. And don't get me wrong, some of his decision making isn't the best, but you can't knock an 18-year-old. It's just complete stupidity.
18. Yeah, you bang on, mate. I think you bang on with that. I think Rodrigo probably the same thing as well, right? He's still young. I think Neto, when he first
Rodrigo's a bit more excusable because obviously he's been here longer. He's got more experience, and he's still young, but he does have a lot more experience than Mane. Mane's got a much higher ceiling than Rodrigo. I mean, Mane's probably got the highest ceiling. Mane's probably got the highest ceiling in the squad in terms of younger players. Because obviously, he's probably not going to reach the heights of Jimenez, but Jimenez isn't going to reach the heights of what Jimenez used to be able to do. No. So yeah, it's an interesting one with Mane. I think some people
I like him. I back him. I'll keep backing him. He's 80. He's a kid, for fuck's sake. You know what I mean? Let him off, man. If he was 25, I'd be like, fair enough. But
the manager obviously rates him, doesn't he? So if the manager rates him, then I rate him. That's what.
Good enough for me, mate. Jackson as well. Obviously rates.
What do you think of the manager so far? I really rate him.
I think him. I'm buying into him, man. I do.
He doesn't. He speaks well. He doesn't like. Gary O'Neill, there was always you always got the impression he was hiding stuff, whereas this guy seems very clear. This is my plan. This is what we're going to do. I think we just need to give him time, to be honest.
I like the fact that he wears a suit on the sideline as well, the blazer.
Well, his fashion sense is definitely improved. I mean, pre-season he was wearing some shocking outfits.
He was wearing some pseudo stuff, mate. What's going on there?
Yeah.
Pin that off, mate. Pin out that blazer. But I like him, man. Like you said, he speaks well in his conferences as well, and you can sort of see what he's trying to do with the squad. And it's the first time that I've seen a Wolves team in 6, 7, 8 years with an actual play style, rather than just well, you know what I mean, kind of thing. Bruno Lage had it to a degree, but you sort of know what everyone wants to do. That's it.
Vitor Pereira was just pure vibes, wasn't he? Lopetegui was just really defensive. I mean, Gary O'Neill. I mean,
there were signs there under Gary O'Neill.
Gary O'Neill was interesting because we played some good football, but then it'd be different every week, and then eventually I think he just got found out. I mean, I think he might actually keep Ipswich up. They got a decent result on the weekend. But I think with Gary O'Neill, he's just someone who could get a tune out of the players to a certain point, and then I think players just have enough of him because they just don't understand his ideas and that. You know what I mean? So I think he's he's the right fit for the Championship, and also I think if we got this guy in the Prem, he'd probably struggle. But you give him a year in the Championship to develop the squad and build the squad, and then go up. He's already had that time with the squad. Then he can bring in sort of his players and that, and then we can go from there. But yeah, I mean, we'll sort of round it off with talk about obviously play Sheffield Wednesday on Tuesday, not on Wednesday, on Tuesday. That's a mouthful, isn't it? We play Sheffield Wednesday on Tuesday. So that Ted Lasso scene, isn't it? We play Sheffield. We play Sheffield Saturday. Sheffield Wednesday. Oh, I can't play it Saturday. I got plans.
On a side note, have you watched season 4 yet of Ted Lasso? It is.
No, I haven't actually watched. I've only watched season 1.
Have you never watched? Oh, George, mate, listen. Get yourself on that tonight, mate. You will. It's so good. It's not football. Is not even the main thing about it. It's just such a good,
it's like a drama. Isn't it?
It's so good, mate. It is so good, and good. Season 4's okay so far. We'll see what happens. But Sheffield Wednesday on Tuesday. That is so woke, by the way. It should be Wednesday on Wednesday. But
are you going?
I am. Yes, I've never been to Hillsborough. It's a new ground for me, so I have to go.
West Ham's the one. West Ham's the one you're not going to, isn't it?
I think I'm not unsure yet. Ask me again Tuesday. I can't help myself. I've got tickets for it, so I might go. I just love going to the away game. I can't help myself. And
away games are brilliant, especially when we're playing well. I mean, even last season it wasn't the best, but it's still a good day out.
I love an away day, mate. Honestly,
I mean, we should beat them. I mean, I think instead of just talking about who might play, why don't we do a predicted lineup?
Yeah, that's a great.
Do you want
to
start?
Yeah, in goal, I'm going Jose Sarr. Bit of consistency. Just keep him in goal. Sammy J isn't fully fit. And I wouldn't start Gracie, the youngster, over him. Maybe. I don't know. Let's see. But I'd say Sarr and goal. Sarr and goal. What about you?
I'll go Johnston purely because if they're fighting for if they said they're fighting for number one, you got to give. He has been pretty good in the cups. Like the times he has been good, usually in the cups. Was it the Bournemouth penalty shootout? I know he lost the penalty shootout, but he did save a couple. And I mean, I don't think he's a terrible keeper personally. I generally don't think he's that bad. I think he gets a bad rep. I think he's been unlucky when he's played. I mean, I don't think we ever won in the league with Johnston, but we should have enough. And we beat Everton and West Ham in the cup with Johnston in goal last season, so we should be able to beat Sheffield Wednesday. What about your back four? What are you going for?
Oh God, Moller Wolf left back, right back. I'm gonna go Jackson. Again for the consistency. Lima could start, but Jackson might be better. And then Jigo and Totti at the back. I think they'll start just for the game.
I'm going to go Wolf. I agree with you on Wolf. I think he will go Lima again. Obviously, I think we just need to sort of play the fringe players, in my opinion. And then I'd play Totti just because I don't think Kretsch's going to be back. If Bueno was on the bench, maybe you play Bueno, give him 45 minutes, just see how he is. Be nice to see Bueno in that new kit. Even if that is his only appearance, it'd be nice to see him in that.
Might never see him again in a Wolf shirt. You know what I mean?
Well, exactly, yeah.
Good for your thumbnails.
So that'd be my back four. What are you saying for midfield three?
Midfield three. I'm gonna go Tommy Doyle. I think he has to start.
I think everyone would be starting him. Yeah.
It'd be nice to see Jordan James start. Just to get himself.
I'd agree with you on that. Them too. Yeah.
And then maybe Andre, Fer López, or who else we got? Traore. I don't think Traore will start. I don't think he likes him.
See, I was gonna say it wouldn't. I would have gone Traore, but then obviously he said he isn't going to play Traore. But then he brought him on, so I am actually going to go Traore. I'm going to go Doyle, Traore, James, the same midfield three that ended the Preston game, and then front three. Well, the only real options are Mane, Rodrigo, and Armstrong. I don't think he's going to go Raul. We don't have any other wingers. You could play Fer López on the right. You could move Armstrong across.
Traore.
Yeah, he might play Traore. Yeah, I don't think he will.
He might start maybe first half.
I mean, if I see He-Chan on that team sheet,
come on, Wang.
I'm going home.
What a redemption that'll be. What a comeback story that'll be.
But this is the stupid thing. He'll score against Sheffield Wednesday, and everyone will be like, "Oh yeah, well he scored a few years ago." No, they've just got to get rid of him. Please get rid of him. He's just like bonded to us. And honestly, he's been crap for years. I don't care. He's so crap. I can't do it.
What if you can't sell him? What if just no one wants to buy him? What do you do then?
Well, we're gonna have to use him, aren't we? But he's not gonna start, is he?
Well, strange things happen watching Wolves.
Rob was starting him, and I think that's kind of mainly the reason why I wanted Rob to start. I mean, this is why I love Peixoto as well. The first man who doesn't rate Wang. Finally, someone with a footballing brain.
It's taken 6 years. Somebody's finally realised that he's not a good player. Fair play. I think it'd be nice to see sort of Traore play. Like you said, there's not really that many options up front. I think Armstrong will start over Jimenez. I think Mane might start. I'd like to see Traore maybe start on the wing. But like you said, I don't really care who starts as long as we win. We can start whoever you want.
Which we should, realistically. I mean, Sheffield Wednesday, they did beat Bolton the round before, who were in the Championship. I don't know how they've done in their first League One games. Their club's in a massive mess, so I'd imagine the Carabao Cup is pretty low on their list of priorities right now. I'd imagine they're
nice ticket pricing though.
Yeah, fair play to them. Better than Blues, better than Sheffield, the other Sheffield team.
That is outrageous, mate. £38 for a Championship game. Somebody needs to take
ridiculous, mate.
It is outrageous, mate.
And it's such a bad ground as well, Bramall Lane. Hillsborough's so much better.
Are you going?
Well, it's me, of course I am. You know,
it's
part of our jobs. It's part of our jobs. Come on.
It's an issue.
Right.
But, you know.
I think that's basically everything. We'll just do a quick man of the match from Preston, but I think we both know who it's going to be. So should we just do it? Both of us on 3. 1, 2, 3. Fer López.
Fer López. Oh God, he's so good, mate. He is so good. And my concern is if we can see it, he's good. You can see he's good. My dad can see he's a good player. Then the club watching him and scouting him will also see that as well. Is there any chance he leaves before the window shuts?
If I'm a Hull or an Ipswich or a Coventry even like a Sunderland, you're taking a gamble on him. Definitely. I mean, you probably have to pay about 30 million though. I mean, what did we pay? 17?
20 million euros, I think, was the final fee.
Yeah, so they're probably going to have
a lot in today's market.
Yeah, but you got to think that he's a much better player than he was a year ago, and obviously his value to us is big. I mean, he might not really be that bothered about Wolves. The fact we did sort of ship him out on loan in January, which is fair enough. I hope he stays. I'd say it's like a 20% chance he leaves, but I don't think he's... Surely not. I mean, we haven't seen a rumour yet. Is there a week to the transfer window shuts?
Next Tuesday. It's a week Tuesday. So stick him in a dark room.
So it's like 10 days, yeah.
And he might be okay.
Well, let's hope he doesn't play against Sheffield Wednesday, and let's hope he does well against Stoke, but like other players get goals, and then let's just see.
Looking at Fleming at Burnley, he scored 2 goals. Now he's at the door apparently. So
no, he's injured.
That's what they all say, mate. That's what they all say. Well, when I see him in a Burnley shirt next week, I'll be surprised. But no, yeah. Besides that, mate, it's been a good day. Sheffield on Tuesday. We're going to beat them. Carabao Cup run. We're going to get promoted. Cesar's going to have a nice hairline, nice little suit, and we're going to have a good time, mate. Honest to God, we are back. Wolves are back. I'm telling you, mate.
Right, guys, make sure to like, subscribe, share, tell your friends. Obviously, the clips will be out throughout the week. And yeah, we will see you, hopefully, after the Sheffield win. Hopefully. See you later, guys.